Alright, so Weasel2HTM is actually busy uploading a video series about the cleanup of his house, and I figure, I could probably use that as good motivation to clean up this place. It is 1:33 in the morning on the 23rd of February 2016, and I figure I would make my own video series documenting, really just for my own personal benefit, just to see before and after what's going on. This is really just the before shot because I don't really have time to clean all of this up now. I should be in bed right now. I have to get up at 8 o'clock, actually 7:30. 7 o'clock. I don't know. Something like that. Early in the morning, about 6 hours. So I don't really have time to deal with it now, but I figured that I would do this just to show the before, and maybe I'll shoot some video of the actual cleanup. I don't know. Maybe I'll just shoot in between shots. I'm not quite sure yet how it's all going to work out. We'll see how it turns out, but you don't really there's a reason why you don't really see the floor in here, or if you do see the floor, it's areas of the floor that are clean, of which there are very few. It's because this place is a massive disaster, and I have let it get out of hand for far too long. I wanted to deal with it last week, but I just could not work up the motivation to do it. And I think that maybe making these videos will finally get me off my dead butt and will actually get me to clean this place up. And there's also a possibility that I might have visitors in here. So this place cannot be allowed to be that way. So we'll take a look at some of the things. Now, before I do, I would appreciate it that there are no negative comments about this, because I'm aware that this is here. This is my bedroom. I live here on a daily basis. Basically, this is an apartment. It's a 12 foot square room, but it basically functions as an apartment for me because all of my stuff is in here, because I cannot let it get anywhere else. Every time I do, I just get in trouble, and it just gets to pack up here. So that's basically how it works. But with that being said, let's take a look at some of the disasters. So you can see over here, on top of the CD player, yeah, this needs to definitely be dealt with. There are some things here that are probably going to stay, like they're props for the show. This is probably going to stay here, the network switch, but everything underneath that can go. Everything else that's on here really can stay here, just because it's meant for all of this setup, so it should be fine. Behind the area, let's take a look at the behind. It's a disaster. Let me get a light, actually, for you. You can see that it's just kind of shit, actually. It's really bad. There's a lot of stuff back there, and this is going to have to come out anyways, because I've got plans for this corner of the room, which you will probably see in a bedroom project video at some point. Maybe. I don't know if I decide to revive that. This is the desk. Not much room to work on the desk because there's just way too much stuff in here. In fact, actually, this boombox is acting as a sort of barrier. If I remove this, all of this crap is just going to, like, avalanche down. I can guarantee you. It's already doing it, really, because this just kind of moves around as I hit the desk and whatever. So this is going to be a priority, probably, because I need my desk space back. I don't have enough of it. Speaking of priorities, my bed is right here. The bed is fine. It's basically clean. There's some stuff sitting on it because I've got nowhere else to put it. These need to go downstairs, but that can be dealt with. There's some things over here, miscellaneous junk, that can find other homes, that's fine. And everything else is basically alright, but let's take a look right beside the bed. Yeah, mountain of crap. Oh god. This is a priority because I can guarantee you that if and when there is a fire in here, I'm going to step on this, I'm going to hurt myself, I'm not going to be able to get out in time because this is just too much stuff. I sit here, I swing out of the bed, and I'm going to plop right down on top of this pair of scissors. That's basically what's going to happen. But you can see most of it is just basically tangled mess of cables and junk and instructions and stuff that just needs to go away. There's books. I mean, there's books here. It's no business being here. And then there's a lot of bags. There's some stuff that I need to, recycle. There's some old laptop crap here. This actually needs to go back into the calculator box. That's what that went out of. There's a screwdriver here that I've been looking for a while. But there's, I mean, look at that. That's just, how high is that? That's easily more than a foot high. That's just how bad it is, and that's not even the worst of it. Underneath the bed, there's a massive disaster. I mean, it's not too bad, I guess. But there's a lot of stuff underneath the bed that I can probably just get rid of. There's a comforter under there that I don't use anymore because it's got holes in it. I could probably get rid of that. You can see there's more stuff over here. This is my stuff for, like, work, because I don't know why it's up here. Usually it's downstairs. There's laptops piled up against my dresser. There's all of that junk over there. There's a whole bunch of, like, just total crap over here. Some of it's dishes. I can take that down now. In fact, I probably will. And actually, what I'm going to do right off the bat, my first cleaning bit, is I'm just going to get rid of this trash. Because this is where the trash can actually sits. Right over here. And I tend to throw stuff across the room into the trash, and it usually misses. So it just ends up sort of all over the floor. There's, like, laundry on the floor. There's laundry I need to put away. I'm really lax about that. That needs to change. I actually did clean back here at one point, but it's sort of become a gigantic mess again. What else do I need to do that's in here? I think really that's it. This right here, this is my escape route. Because the window is right there. This is an escape route. This is not an escape route. This is a death trap. So that needs to be dealt with. I'll probably deal with this first. I need to find somewhere to put this camera tripod other than right here. Usually when I'm using it on the show, it's sitting right about here and looking at all of this stuff. But it can't sit here either because that's blocking the bed. And that's even worse. So I don't really have anywhere I can put this. I mean, I could store it away, which I might just end up doing, but I'm not quite sure yet what I'm going to do with that. My ultimate goal, really, is to be able to put it behind here with all of this stuff, because I think it'll fit back here. And, I don't know, maybe just get rid of, like, I could get rid of all of this junk that's sitting on the floor, maybe move the fan over a bit, and put it right here. Maybe I don't even need to move the fan at all. I could just put it right there. Because there's nothing in this side of the closet that I need to get to that I can't get to without just moving that tripod. Because usually my CDs are all in there, and that's usually the only thing that I'm going after. And that's on the show. So I can just move that tripod over to where the show stuff is and then get in there if I really need to. Like I said, my goal is to get a table here. Put a table in. But I can't really do that with this junk sitting right here. And the reason why I want to put a table in there is so I can get this off of the chair, so that somebody can actually sit in the chair. I mean, you can see there's junk on the chair, too. I mean, that stuff no business being there. It needs to get off of there. I need to get a different chair, because this one's just, I mean, look at this. So I'm thinking about maybe eventually getting a table, getting another table, and getting a chair. And I could just use this as the spare chair. Because this one's in, I mean, it doesn't look like it, but this one's in better shape than that chair. Because at least all of the armrests are intact. Well, maybe it's not in so much of a better shape. Yeah, it's not really much better. This is actually kind of bad. So I do use I don't sit in this chair. It's been like this for a long time. Maybe I just need to find somewhere else to put this. Maybe I can displace one of the vintage computers, I don't know. Because I don't really use those. Of course, there's not really much I can do. I can't really use them. All this junk's in the way. This thing right here, it does still work, but it's got a couple of problems. So it is going to probably head up there. These, not all of those are mine. And it has been my goal for a long time to just get rid of the ones that are not mine. Because my brothers have rooms. They have their own rooms. They have space in there. What are these things doing in here? They're not mine. What do I want these for? So these need to come out of here. There's shoe boxes on the top. I'm probably going to just get rid of all of those because I don't need them. Or maybe I'll just use them as storage. They're being used for storage right now. I don't even know what these are still doing in here for. Frankly, that's just kind of disgusting. There's printers and shit up there. There's a box over there. There's a bunch of other junk behind it. But that I think I could probably get away with leaving. This I can't. These need to go. I don't even know why they're still in here. I think I already said that. There's stuff from my high school graduation back there. I want to put that on, I want to put that in a better place. It doesn't deserve to be all up here, all back there, in a mess. That stuff deserves to look nice. I do have the gown still somewhere. I'm not sure where that went. I think it's still in here. It was still in here. Yeah, I put it somewhere else. I don't know. Maybe my... Oh, yeah, there it is. It's hanging, so it's okay. I mean, there's, look at that. There's hats over there. Behind that. I don't know why. There's boxes sitting all over the place. There is... Let's take a look back here. Behind the fan. The fan hides most of it, but there's junk behind the fan, too. Yeah, there's junk behind the fan. There's, this cabling mess needs to be redone. I need to take everything off of this desk, and I need to, or this table, and I need to clean the table. The table's not in the best of shape. There's a hole in it. I think it's underneath this. Yeah, right there. The table's not in the best of shape, but I can certainly work with this, because this was an expensive table. I don't have the money to replace it. Excuse me. But I just need to take everything off of here. Excuse me again. Wow, I'm sorry for that. Take all of it off. Wash the desk with Windex or whatever, put everything back on, and organize the cable mess. That might come at a later time, though, because I don't really think I've got the effort right now to deal with that. That might be a separate project. I've done that before, but that was before I had all of this massive, computing mess here. I've got a lot more stuff going on this table now than I did back in 2012 or 2013 when I cleaned it up the first time. So, really, I think that's it. You've seen all the messes, all the stuff that I need to deal with. There's probably more that I'm forgetting about, but I think I might as well start with what I've showed off. I mean, look at this. This area starting right here at my chair, when I'm sitting in the chair, up here, around here, up to here. That's the only walkable places in here. And that cannot be allowed to remain like that. Because this place is a massive... If I have the light off, that, and all of the computer screens off, I am not seeing anything in here. In fact, I almost tripped this morning trying to get my cell phone out of my bed. Yeah, I almost tripped over this fly swatter. In fact, I'm going to get that out of the way right now because it's got no business being there. Usually I keep it up here, just so it's out of the way. It's got no business being on the floor like that. Just the same as these dishes. I'm taking these dishes downstairs right now, and that should free up a little bit of space. I might push some of this junk in further now, so that way I can actually get out of here in a more easily, more easily. And this needs to go back downstairs. That stuff needs to find a new home. But I'll deal with all of this later. For now, I think that's pretty much it. How long have I spent talking about this crap? 13 minutes, so I think I might as well cut it off, because I have a 15-minute limit, so I think that's about it. You can see all of the junk. You don't need to let me know that it's here. I know it's here, and I'm finally getting to the point. Probably this weekend. I might even start before the weekend. It's Tuesday right now, so I don't know. I'll probably start before the weekend, but really the big stuff is not going to be able to get done until the weekend. So, but there you go. I figure I might as well make this short little, short's not a very good word to describe it. This little video about this mess, and maybe it will encourage me to actually clean it up. And maybe Weasel's whole project will encourage me even further, and I might actually even get it done. Who knows? I've done this before. I've cleaned up a little bit of the room and then not actually finished. So hopefully I will actually do it this time. But until next time, CP666 signing off. I hope to see you next time. Till then.